Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between MajOr and Cham on King Sejon Station, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is MajOr, representing Invasion Esport. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Cham from Root Gaming. Alright, so a TVZ for you guys here from the WCS Copa Intercontinental that wrapped up maybe 3 weeks ago now by now. And yes, it's a ZVT. Once again, the favorite matchup of people on my channel. Not by a huge margin. PvZ has its fans for sure. PvT is probably the least favorite of the non-mirror matchups, but I still like to cast that as well just because I enjoy it. I like PvT quite a bit. There are a lot of different things we can see, as evidenced by a recent cast, or possibly future cast, depending on when I post it, between Kelazur and Cyan. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'll just tell you it was a unique game between Protoss and Terran, so go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. Maybe I'll put a link in the top right if I've cast it and posted already. I have cast it, obviously, but sometimes I post these out of order from when I cast them and confuse myself, so bear with your friend Falcon Paladin on that one. Cham going for the hatch first on the low ground here and into the extractor, then a spawning pool. No big surprises here, and what looks like it could be a Reaper expand out of MajOr. He's got enough gas. Got enough to gas to go there for sure. Our Invasion Esport representative, and it is going to be a Reaper. Alright, so this Reaper's name is simply Jason Bourne. No backstory provided by the person who suggested the name, but that's because Jason Bourne needs no prompting for his backstory. Trained by the United States government to be a secret agent murder spy, he finds a conscience, by accident almost, on one of his missions, ends up losing all memory of who he is and his training, but retains his skills, and he is in a race against time to rediscover who he is and kill some Zerg in the process. I'm actually not sure how him going to hunt Zerg really fits into the backstory, but man, Jason Bourne. If you haven't seen The Bourne Identity, that's the first movie that was made. There's a bunch of books, actually, that were written by Robert Ludlum back in the 70s that are about Jason Bourne. Finally made it into a movie in the 2000s, I believe it was, but just a fantastic film. I mean, Matt Damon, a fairly young Matt Damon, plays Jason Bourne. Lings are out here, 4 Lings trying to chase down Jason. A lot of action. The fighting is pretty fantastic. Some good intelligent stuff as well. He takes down 1 Zergling. Cham has a lot of Lings out. That's more than we usually see. 7 of them, actually, and they do manage to chase the Reaper away, push him away before he can scout much. He did get 1 Ling kill, but Jason Bourne's better than that. KD8 charge tossed down, dodged by Cham quite ably there. Starport on the way for MajOr. Pneumatized Carapace coming up for Cham, which just means he wants its overlords to be able to scout and be fast as they do so. Can't argue with that at all. Lings trying to knock down that debris, that back door, because that is something that Terran players like to do, is set up a tank on this low ground outside the natural and cause problems on that mineral line, but the Lings are trying to knock that thing down. The Reaper hopped into the main, but I guess maybe there was a queen right here. Yeah, I mean, there's a queen waiting for this to happen, so Jason Bourne does not feel very confident about getting in there at all, but he's going to try it anyway. Hops right up, and KD8 charges that queen. Nope, good dodge. Good dodge by the queen. Nothing bad happens to her. Starport is actually researching Cloak. He's going Cloak Banshee. MajOr, we don't see Cloak Banshee a whole lot in ZVT. 4 Hellions moving out for MajOr, moving on down to the south. Factory making a tech lab as well here, but double Marines getting pumped out, so that's fairly standard. Reaper, did he get a drone kill? Sorry, we've got to back it up. Gotta back that up. Where are you at, Jason? Jason Bourne moves into the main base for the Zerg, searching for answers. Maybe this one is inside of a drone body. KD8 charge, and bam, he does get a drone kill. Hey, drone kill, Ling kill. Again, the scout's not that wonderful, but the Hellions move on in here into the natural base, roasting up some Lings. The Lings trying to hit him. I don't know if there are enough of them. The Queen's taking out 1 of the Hellions, but no, trying to focus down as many of these drones as possible. Unfortunately, all of the drones but 1, or the Hellions but 1 are dead. And now all the Hellions are gone as well. Ouch. Ouch. Resources lost. 400 resources lost by MajOr. 275. Is this Jason again? Jason Bourne inside the main once again. Speedlings are out, so he is brave, man. He's very brave. It's 34 to 38 Harvesters. Cham has a not a very nice, but he has a nice lead nonetheless. Overlord Scout. Oh, beautiful Overlord Scout. Did you see that? He did. He saw the Starport with the Tech Lab on it. He knows Banshees are coming. That's why he has Spore Crawlers in both of his mineral lines, and he is taking a third hatchery as well. So Ling's moving up for Cham into this natural base. Tank on the high ground. Enough to chase them away. That hurt. That hurt, they said. Leave us alone, Tank. We were just trying to see what was going on. Banshee flying around, doesn't have cloak yet, getting chased away by this queen with that range of 8, which a lot of players are not happy about. Ling's finally knocking down the debris. And Cham has free access out that back door. Is Jason in again? Jason's in again, trying to get something. But no, the Lings finish Jason Bourne off. But he gets a pretty nice scout. He sees the lair. I mean, it wasn't incredible, but it was pretty good. Pretty good nonetheless. Jason Bourne will give you a passing grade. How about that? Drone kills are always very nice. Spire coming up for Cham. That is a good sign for the Zerg. We've seen Zergs that fail to go Spire fail against Terran more often than not. Ling's trying to get in that front door again. There are still tanks, Lings. I don't know what you're trying to do. Checking for a third base. There's nothing to attack there, as MajOr has not tried to land his third yet. He's constructing his third command center, but it's still sitting here inside his main base. And it's just barracks, barracks, barracks. Factory is making a reactor, probably to swap onto one of those barracks. And double pumping, well, single pumping Liberators. Anyway, the starport does have a reactor on it, but he's not using the full capabilities of it. Drones, long distance mining, or transferring over to the third. That's finished now. And a Baneling Nest coming up as well. There's a queen. There's some good creep spread. Cham looking good. Representing Root Gaming pretty well. 55 to 49 total harvesters right now. Banshee swinging around that right side for MajOr, just trying to find stuff to kill. Does have cloak. I will remind you, 146 hit points as well, but the mutas are out. Run, Banshee, run. Oh, doesn't even cloak there. This is, man, Cham. Playing good. Playing well so far, I should say, as a communications major in college. Infantry armor level 1 coming up for MajOr. He's getting stim. He's also making, again, more Liberators, which I already mentioned earlier, and a Roach Warren coming up for Cham. So these mutas flying around, trying to get some work done, but there is definitely already a missile turret up. Indeed there is, and 2 Liberators. Didn't that splash damage out there? Run, get out of there. There are 4 Liberators, actually. I counted wrong. 4 Liberators. We'll make that a total, yep, of Quattro. And the mutas don't like that. They do not like that at all, just because, again, Liberators do splash damage, and they get extra damage versus light. 7 damage. 7 damage versus light in their anti-air mode, which is a problem. Mutas coming over to this third base. SCV's transferring at the wrong time. One of them gets picked off. The Marines coming to save their lives. Just a tiny, tiny window. Like, that's how this game works. This is how StarCraft is. That was the smallest of windows. Cham had to exploit that. Did manage to get an SCV before the Marines pulled up here. MajOr had to get the timing exactly right. Cham found a tiny exploitive window, took it down, or took advantage of it, and then was forced to retreat. Yep, the Marines, a little bit too scary with that stim, with that +1/+1. The mutas aren't going to be super effective here, especially not if they hold still. Get out, run. Oh, picking off one of the mutas. No, I mean, not killing a muta hurts just because they have tissue regeneration, unless they fly into Liberators, as they do, and losing one other additional mutalisk there. A bunch of them are very low on health. Pushing in here is MajOr. Can he take them down? Flying over a Spore Crawler, not what you want to do. Get out of there, Liberators, run. Roaches, Hydras, and Lings. Enough to deal with that. Yeah, with this Marine composition. Get out of here, MajOr. Run for your life. This is not looking good for your Marines or your Liberators. And he's pulling out, trying to get rid of those mutas. That's the big problem. If you could get rid of the mutas, you could set up defender modes, circles, and maybe deal with the roaches. But again, there are a lot of Ravagers here too. How does MajOr come back from this? He's got Widow Mines. That's pretty good stuff, but just Marines is not good. Corrosive Vials landing, taking out one of the Widow Mines. One does get a shot off. Another 2 firing. Pretty good on that roach count. Coming from the backside, trying to defend desperately. Defender mode circles are up here, but Corrosive Vials taking out one Liberator immediately. But the remainder... Oh, another one gets taken down as well. Cham with his Ravager. Corrosive Vials just on fire right now. However, being dodged by MajOr with the Marines, because they can dodge, as it turns out. Good stutter step forward. Takes out one of the Ravagers. The Marines here with +1/+1. Working on +2/+2, but not quite there yet. Mutas chasing down the medevacs as everybody retreats on home. Liberator setting up defender mode circles again, possibly MajOr by a little bit gun shy. Doing that because of, again, how many Liberators he's already lost, unfortunately, to those Ravager hits. Liberator trying to take out these mutas. Good split on the mutas, making sure that splash damage isn't as effective as it otherwise could be. MajOr pushing in here again with Marines, +1/+1. those upgrades are super important right now. I don't know what to tell you. Cham has +1 missile attack, but no Carapace upgrade at all. Pushing on in, 159 to 143 total supply. Another swell of Marines and Marauders are here. Standing on in, Corrosive Biles landing and taking out maybe another Widowmine and Overseer with this army. Cham has thought of everything at this point. Corrosive Bile trying to get rid of these Widowmines, getting a hit off, and another one lands to take it on down. Fourth base coming up for Cham, but a Liberator finds this one. Up to 8 kills, killing Larva. Exactly what you want to see. Cham trying to move right up this natural ramp into the natural base. There's a tank with 7 kills on that backside, though, chasing everything away. Cham fully retreating at this point. As he coming back in, he's kind of regrouping and coming in for another push at this moment, and I just don't know if that's going to work. Like I've said, Roach Ravager has a very definite expiration point against Terran, and Cham might be reaching it, but he's making 12 more Roaches here. I think he needs to win it in the next couple of minutes, or he's in a lot of trouble as the upgrades continue to increase for Major here. So, another big battle. Roach Ravager, just bare bones for both of these players. Feels like it's very low econ right now. Major trying to micro his face off right now. 300, 400 APM out of Major, 375 average for Cham. These guys definitely working hard. Working hard at this game so far. More reinforcements coming out of Cham. More Roaches and Ravagers being pushed on in. +2/+2 for the Terran Bio. Just about to finish. It's so close to finishing. That would be nice for Major. Army supply is 91 to 96. Dead close. Worker supply 64 to 61. Major has a slight lead there. Defender mode circles are up once again. Corrosive Biles killing another Widowmine. The Widowmines haven't actually been as effective as you would think. Thanks to the pretty impressive Corrosive Biles out of Cham, his aim has been fairly steady and true throughout this game. +3/+3. Immediately started for Major as soon as that +2/+2 is finished. There is a drop back here by Major inside the main base, trying to kill a bunch more drones. Workers killed, 7 by Major, 2 by Cham. Another battle up here again, still happening by this third base. Is this Liberator? No, another drop by Major. Drop by Major here at the fourth base. Some Roaches coming in and trying to deal with it. More Marines showing up, though. I think with the +2/+2 they can deal with these Roaches fairly handy, but more and more Roaches are coming in for Cham. And it's going to be the end of these Marines unless they pick up and get the heck on out of there. Medevac with 3 hit points manages to get out because none of those Roaches can shoot up. They cannot. And actually Cham pulling back now, stopping the engagement with Major up here by the natural base to secure his 4th. Can't really argue with that decision. 64 to 65 Harvesters. Cham has a tiny, tiny lead. Going for the Infestation Pit, which is great. He needs to tech up. Ground Carapace level 1 being researched too. He is falling behind in the upgrade war. And he's got to be at least +2/+2 to deal with these +3/+3 Marines and Marauders, unless he's not going to stick with Roach Ravager, which I don't think he should. Alright, Major pushing in across the map, killing Creep Tumors coming right down the middle here. Bit of a multi-pronged attack by Cham, though? No, Cham retreats. Cham fully pulls back here. He wants to renegotiate. Liberator sets up shop behind this 4th base, covering both of those mineral patches, and definitely going to die here. Big attack this way by Major along the right side. Going to take out this 5th base of Cham. And Liberators are still here. Running away, though. Running away. Corrosive Bile, a big-time problem for these Liberators. Pushing up into the natural base is Cham. Can he get that Infestation Pit? He can. Infestation Pit definitely falls. Hive on the way, but big-time army, maxed-out army by Major right now. +2/+2. They get rid of the natural hatchery. Major is... He does have Infestors, which is very nice. He's got Infestor, Roach Ravager. That's a great combination for him. It prevents the Marines from just stutter stepping him to death. Widowmine does fire before it dies. And Major regrouping a little bit back here. More Corrosive Biles landing, taking out yet another Liberator. So many dead Liberators. Resources lost, 10,000 for the Terran, 16,500 for Cham. Another Liberator. No, missing with the Corrosive Biles. Getting rid of a Queen, getting rid of more stuff. A drop here in the main by Major. Long distance mining drones are dying. 35 workers killed by Major so far. 186 to 121 total supply. Another attack up here at this 4th base. Corrosive Bile, Fungal Biles trying to do it. Major low on health, but pushing him back, and that's it. A GG. GG out of Cham. Cham is defeated, and Major is victorious. Hey, howdy, hey. How do you like that action? Major, I thought, was in trouble there for a while, but some good multi-pronged attacking. The attack in the main base was beautiful. Taking out that natural, also very good, and he got the 4th base while denying the 5th. It was just It was good work. Good work by MajOr, making sure Cham never really got too comfortable, ending up at 64 to 37 harvesters. MajOr definitely had that lead. Widow Mines kind of sprinkled across the map as well. That +3/+3 had finished, which was a massive help to MajOr, where Cham was just on +1/+1. And he just can't fall behind against Terran in that upgrade battle. And again, MajOr's units on this left side at this fourth were low on health. A lot of these guys in the orange, in the yellow, but all that was left for Cham were 3 Ravagers and a single Infestor without enough energy to do anything. And Cham recognized when he was beat, and he tapped out. So just 3 base in Terran, well, just about 4. I guess he just now saturated his 4th base, making that a command center. But yeah, Cham saw the writing on the wall. He was basically down to 2 mining bases. His main was essentially mined out, and he decided to live and fight another day. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Thanks again to my patrons, 19 Day, Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Pedro Batsardas, Robert Farmer, KN, Keith Garlow, Matt Meermans, Hekon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboin, Alexandros Konaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Complex, Clayton Knight, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Jan Kodera, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Pushpak Eledu, Trevor Smith, Men Haidean, Rajiv Bhatt, Bakberti, and Sikopatara. All right. Thank you so much again. Link at the top right, and goodbye.